Well, during these dog days of summer, it's almost always hot and humid, right? But
yes,
there is some relief.
Meteorologist Jade Steffens breaks down the technicalities of heat stress.
Summer break may be over for Omaha students and athletes, but the summer heat is still here with highs in the 90s this week. Understanding the impacts of heat can be life-saving as sports practices and other outdoor activities start up. The high and low temperature for a day don't tell the whole story when it comes to intense heat. Luckily, we can use tools like the wet bulb globe temperature to help determine what it will actually feel like by considering other factors such as sun angle, cloud cover, wind, and relative humidity. This measurement is useful to determine a safe amount of time to spend outdoors when temperatures are hot and potentially life-threatening. The wet bulb globe temperature can be used to establish guidelines to modify your physical activity in the heat. Guidelines are based on where you live and what climate you're acclimated to. The Nebraska School Association, Activities Association, and Iowa High School Athletic Association have established activity guidelines for measuring acceptable heat and humidity levels for practices and games. This is recommended when the air temperature is above 80 degrees. If the wet bulb globe temperature is below 80 degrees, normal activities can continue with 3 separate rest and water breaks per hour. As the wet bulb globe temperature rises, more frequent, longer breaks are recommended. A shorter practice duration is also recommended as the wet bulb globe temperature rises as well. Once it reaches 89.7 degrees, outdoor activity is no longer advised. And the wet bulb globe temperature is different and also more complex than the heat index. The heat index assumes you're in the shade, whereas the wet bulb globe temperature assumes you are in the sun. Both take temperature and humidity into account, but the wet bulb globe temperature also uses wind, sun angle, and cloud cover. The heat index should suffice for day-to-day activities. However, if you work outside or plan on doing any vigorous outdoor activity in the full sun, the wet bulb globe is often the one that's more helpful. When looking at Friday's wet bulb globe forecast, you can see there is a peak in the elevated zone during the afternoon and evening hours. With this, sports games and practices should use discretion and take 3 separate 4 to 6 minute rest and water breaks per hour. The local wet bulb globe temperature is calculated by the National Weather Service daily and can be found online, linked in this story's article on our website. Reporting in the studio, Jade Steffens, First Alert 6 Weather.
Jade, thanks. I had not heard that phrase up until now. Thanks for the explanation.